Welcome to Hot Takes with
Kelly.
T and Lee.
All right. So this hot take is hot, right? Like it's a hot take, but it's hot. Do you see what I'm saying? So the lovely ladies joined me in their very first Shantel Davis read. So if you're not familiar with Shantel Davis, she is an indie author. And what I love about her work, and she says it at the beginning of almost every book, she said, these are not love stories. These are fucking stories. Like that's what she say. She said it, not me. So I was on Instagram and I saw a reel where she had a book out that she was releasing recently. It was called Luciano. And I was like, ooh, it looks delicious. And so I dropped it to the group only to find out that it was book 2. So we went and read St. Valentine.
But did it look delicious or did it look scary?
See, we're not doing it today. we're just
I'm going to back tee up. Luciano looked like a clinically insane person on that cover. And now that we've read that book, that tracks.
it was on brand.
It tracks.
Like I said, delicious. Anywho, so we have the first book, Saint Valentine, which follows Ava. Nope, this one was Saint and Aria. And then we have Luciano, which has Luciana and Ava in it. So, ladies, so this was your first Chantel. So I'm kind of going to step back. What is your gut reaction now that you've read the series, which is the No Saviors Here series, and you have met Saint and Luciano?
I'm going to go first.
Speechless?
So I like it dark. I also like it a little weird. But there is a line, and Shantel goes over the line.
He jumps right across that thing.
And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. But I keep reading. And then things that are not okay become okay because I'm invested. And so that's the best way I could describe it. And I like it. I did like it.
Good. All right, team.
Child, I was almost out of there. From the covers to the dang, I was missing you real bad. How about you marry me before I kill your friends?
He loved her. Okay, so let's give some context. So let's start with Saint Valentine. Without giving away too many spoilers, Saint and Aria, and it might be Araya, but we called her Aria in the chat, so she's gonna be Aria today. They meet when they, I think, are 6 and 8.
8 and 10.
8 and 10.
Two times. They met two
Two
times.
meetings. To which at the first meeting, when Saint's dad had too much bass in his voice, she gets in his face and was like, don't talk to my friend like that. And I'm not scared of you. And so from these, this is their meet cute, right? Let's call it, because we're gonna paint this as a love story. This is
We're
their
not,
meet cute.
because it ain't.
And so
This is a thriller.
Saint was
This is a thriller. This is not a romance. This is a thriller.
so
Period.
Saint decides that when I grow up, I want to be a boss and I want her. Two things I want on life. I want to be feared and respected, and she's my girl. And so, because he's a man who makes a goal and achieves it, he's ambitious.
I agree. And I feel like he has those goals and is also backed by the fact that her daddy says so.
But here's the problem. His daddy don't like her daddy and wants to set her daddy up to get killed. So you want the forbidden fruit that you met 2 times when y'all were children. You don't even know if she's with somebody, if she's loved, if she's being taken care of.
Apparently, that matters not.
You don't even know if she
doesn't matter.
Saint do not care.
If she's with someone else right now, it's just because I haven't gone to get her yet.
Kelly, do you know why you like this book? The whole time I was reading, all I heard was 1, 2, Saints coming for you. 3, 4, you better shut the door. Like, this is a thriller.
It's not a thriller, but it's very dark. So, yes, it's not a soft kidnapping. We'll call it a medium.
Will we?
Well, I'm going to be real with you, T. You were the one in your Get Wet Wednesday post that, what did you say? You said he picked her up. What did you say?
Oh, no, child.
You said something that to the point where Shantel even commented on it. Was like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, that spin you put on it.
I gotta go find it because you didn't use the word kidnap.
Yeah, it was almost like he scooped her up. No, baby, he took her.
I was like, T, is that what happened? I'm gonna go look for it because it was wild what you
I
said.
kinda wanted people to read, and if people are like me, if I said other things, they wouldn't have picked it up.
That is hilarious. Like, "Oh, yeah," he was like, "Hey, let's go." No, it was a
That's what T said. She said he took her into his custody.
that is a way to put it,
Author
to
was
which
like, I like that.
yeah,
Did.
to spin on things. But yeah, so he scoops her, he takes her into his custody, and when she's like, "I'm gonna leave," he's like, "Okay." They're dead. And by they, it's your friends.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? That's not even the most traumatic part, which is crazy. There is this maze that makes you think you can get out, but you can't get out. And he's just watching you
He's
struggle.
watching her on the camera.
And he's like, oh, it's raining. Good for her. She'll be fine. She'll learn her lesson. I'm a black
It's
woman. My hair is
freezing
curled
temperatures.
up.
Right.
She did not have
Now, I
locks in her
was a
hair. Her hair was
little
curly.
I was a little disappointed of how long he left her out there. I thought that he was gonna I think he did leave her all night. That was a bit much.
The fact that that is the line for you, Kelly, is insanity. That
She
is
doesn't realize she's 16 miles from the line. She can't even see the line.
that's what was too much for you.
Yeah, I was just like, "Go get her. She's cold. She's gonna get hypothermia. You need to go get the baby." So yeah, I feel like that's where it went too far because it was raining, it was cold, and so I thought he was at least gonna go get her. And then, like, the next page was like, he went to bed. I was like, maybe you go get her. But either way, maybe this is my toxic trait. I kept reading between the lines of he doesn't know how to love her in a normal way. This is his way. And he's justifying it because of who he is and how he was raised. But he never had any intention of hurting her. But he knew the only way she was going to come was if he took her into his custody and gave her a false sense of reality that
I don't know.
So I'm gonna just say this. The thing about Saint that was delicious,
Oh, I remember. Go ahead.
I'll give Saint this. Anybody has smoked with my baby, boom, boom, pow. Bing, bong, bam.
you always say it so wrong.
I'm one of the type of stuff you wouldn't understand.
Sweet. What you got to say, T?
I was just saying he never even took into consideration who she was raised by. He knew her dad, and it was like the things that transpired when you guys first met, you didn't even cross your mind
No.
until it was too late, really.
Because love conquers all.
You're obviously very delulu. I like that for you.
I am. I get that that's my toxic trait. That I see these behaviors and I'm like, that's so sweet. But then
We'll say
let's
this.
give Arya her credit.
It was dark. There was
Did
a
we see the
line.
plot twist coming? I didn't. Did y'all?
I did not see it coming.
Because at the end of the day, we were
My thing
so
is that I'm always very suspicious of people who died with nobody.
that's fair. That's fair.
So while I didn't see it coming, I was like, that tracks. What I did not see coming was just Arya just wasn't who we thought she was. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say
Correct.
I didn't see
Correct.
that coming. And I honestly didn't know how I felt about it because I felt like, oh, poor Saint. He was manipulated. Like he was just trying to love her. Like again, I hate to keep bringing up you on Netflix, but it was like all he did was try to love Beth, and she wouldn't let him. Like
Exactly.
had to do what he had to do. Like, and this is when I realized that I've been hanging with Kelly too long.
Because you were able to empathize. So I think that's where I think I like about Shantel Davis's stories because obviously we know that I'm not the biggest fan of contemporary romance. There's some that I like, but it's not my favorite genre. So for me, I love the fact that you really don't know what you're going to get with her stories. You don't know. They may end up together. They may actually very well kill each other. But you don't know. And I like not knowing how this is going to end. And so the ending for this one, I was like, word. Like this, I think I had to go back and read it again to make sure I was understanding correctly what happened. I was like, she flipped the script and turned the page
You
because
forgot
now
who
I'm
my daddy
reinvested.
was, huh?
I
And
was
it's
reinvesting.
I
crazy.
will say this though, I made the rookie mistake since that was my first Shantel Davis book of thinking, okay, I read this one book by her. I know the formula. It's fine. I got it. It's gonna be more of
Same thing.
this. Saint was like intermediate, beginner friendly. Luciano was a whole different beast. If Saint is dark romance, Luciano's a horror. Like,
Period. I mean, literally.
Y'all be doing my book so dirty. No.
there was a
Okay.
Hello.
there was a
Okay, let's
scene.
roll it back. So yes, before we get down that road, let's appreciate the fact that we get a little taste of Luciano in book 1 because he and Saint are business associates. They work together. Some may call friends. However,
Go
we
ahead.
understand the dynamic of their relationship when
And I've come to realize he's never going to answer.
I'm gonna get something to drink. I'm gonna tell him what we need. He's gonna nod or grunt, and then I'm gonna be like, "Cool," and then I'm gonna go home.
So now
That's
you're
almost
telling
that
him, yeah, your girl Ava, you still just watching her? Yeah, just do like I did. Just go take her.
Not only did he say go take her, he said you deserve to be happy.
You deserve to be happy.
Go get your happy ever after. And if you don't take her, that's on you. You don't
That
really want to be happy. You're not trying.
you're not even trying.
You're not trying to be happy.
You claim that you want to be happy, but you haven't even tried to take her.
And the funny thing is, at this point, Saint had taken Arya or had taken her into his custody for a while now. And she still was rebelling. And he's like, it's fine. It's all going to work out. Like, I know you don't see the fruits of my labor yet, but I have faith that it's all going to work
And
out.
Arya's like, bruh, I'm never going to stay put. And when we get to Luciano, we see she's all over the place and nowhere she's supposed to be. Girl,
Yeah.
sit
Now, I will
down.
say that was something I also was anticipating. We got really almost 4 point of views in Luciano. Technically 2 because we really just get Saint and Luciano's point of view, but we get a lot more of the other couple in this. And yeah, Arya, she was grinding my gears. I ain't even gonna hold you because it was almost frustrating because even Saint was like, it's almost like having an unruly toddler. It's like, sit down, I will be right
Except
back.
she be 12 steps ahead of them. She, like, your girl would have been pummeled
I
had I
was about
not.
to say, if she listened,
That part.
Ava would have been a goner.
You know what
That,
I mean? So it's
yeah.
like, on one hand, girl, sit down, but also thank you.
Thank you.
So what
But you can't thank her because you're gonna encourage that behavior.
So
Correct.
what did you all think about the banter between Arya and Luciano? Was it given like Pam and Martin, or was it given like this is problematic? Saint, you need to get involved.
Personally interpreted it as Pam and Martin 2.0. It's like they're never going to do anything to each other. Like I think Saint knew that it was never going to come to blows. Neither one was going to try to kill the other one or anything. And I think that's why he was just like when your kids fight, sometimes you just sit back and like, just let them fight it out. Say what you got to say, get it out of your system, and then can we have our meeting? That's how I interpreted it, even though Arya tried to be extra later. But that's how I interpreted it. Was like,
Girl, them crocodile tears ain't moving nobody.
To be honest with you, I don't feel like her feelings were ever really hurt. I just felt like
I agree with that. I'm like, I was so ready for her to be like, dry it up as soon as Saint said, okay, I'll talk to him about it. Like,
I think for me, because there is the hint of betrayal between Arya and Saint, and now he has seen her crazy side, she's trying desperately to get him to see her as this soft, dainty,
yeah.
feminine being again.
girl,
But
it's too late for that.
she also won't sit still either. So like he's like, you're pregnant, just stay home, like relax, bask. And she won't. So I felt like her saying, like, protect me, love me, stand up for me, cry was like, to me, it was a ploy.
To manipulate him.
I agree with everything Luciano said. She's a manipulator. I don't like her for you. Like, I'm not the biggest fan for Arya for Saint either, but one thing Saint gonna do is he gonna stick beside her. And I'm like, okay, you got all that.
Girl, and I'm gonna say, I got 2 kids by this girl. Where am I going?
And I think that's the
I
part
can't
that
stay home
was
with him. Apparently, she not staying home with him either because she always out and about.
yes. And so I think that was the part of the story that I liked the least because even though I don't need a happily ever after, I like when two troubled souls find each other and figure out how to make it work. And so I felt like the fact that even still he was like, I don't trust her, right? I was like, damn, still? And it's like if she went to the left, he was side eyeing her like, what are you doing?
I think the
Where
sad
you going?
part is, I feel like all she would have had to do was ask. He was so in love with her. I don't even think it's the fact that she tricked him into it's not the fact that he did the act, because I think he could have lived with himself doing the act that he did. It was the fact that she tricked him. I feel like if she would have just asked him, like, "Hey, he tried to bring harm to my family. I need you to do this for me. Like, there's no way our lives could be complete if you can't do this." I feel like he would have did it for her. Or you're a bad mama jamma. Why didn't you just do it? That's why I like was really with Ava. Like, I'm not gonna put you in this predicament. I'ma do it.
Gonna do it. Yeah.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
So Ava and Luciano's dynamic was definitely different. So does he take her into his custody?
No,
Yes, in a way.
no, that was not being taken into custody.
Luciano is way more he's sicker. He's
Okay.
sicker than sane.
So again, the context. This is where it's gonna sound weird. And I'm getting
No, no,
nervous
no. This
because
is where it gets weird because it is weird, not just sounds weird.
so technically Luciana and Ava are step siblings. Technically. But they did not grow up together. Let's just call a spade a spade. He was 16. He was living in a whole nother country. But when he comes back and he meets his stepsister, he was like, I will kill for you.
I want you to know that I feel like we find that out in like chapter 4 or 5. I was reading quick. As soon as I got to that point, I put the book down. I said, "Police, come to the front of the
The
chapter."
show. Correct.
Cut.
Because what do you have us reading?
What
And
is
these are the questions that Kelly can never answer. Kelly, what do you have us reading?
A
and the
love
craziest part
story.
is that was mild compared to all of the other things that happened in this book.
And that's the crazy part about it because why is that the least of our worries?
I actually forgot they were step siblings for a second, which is crazy. Like, it's just crazy work that I
Because it's the loosest definition of a stepsib. Like it's literally just
For sure.
legally because they didn't grow up together. They never lived in the same home. None of the above. Because he came, remember, he had just got back from Italy, met her, found out that somebody was messing with her, went and beat them up, and was like, hey, I gotta go again.
Not
You know,
only did he beat them up in front of his parents and the principal of the school.
delicious.
You know what this is giving? You know how, like, people be like, "Oh, but that's my cousin through marriage." Growing up, cousin through marriage, cousins through marriage, his sister's baby brother's son, it was all off limits. So I'm like, what is this?
Chantel
So
must be from West
anyway,
What did the
Virginia
kids
or
say?
something.
What
Where's
the
she from?
hell?
Alabama?
we're not gonna do this again
He says
tomorrow.
he stands there for 17 minutes looking at her through the window, then decides to go outside, looks at her for another 60 seconds, and says, come.
Let's go. Let's go.
I need us to rewind to the fact that he's been watching her for years.
Years.
He's been watching her for so long.
We need to go back and then also jump forward to where her family knew.
He's been watching her for so long that her family was convinced that they were in a relationship together. He was getting involved in their business and helping business run smoothly. And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's my cousin-in-law Luciano. He's good people. That's my cousin's man."
And she's like, what? He was here?
Seen him once in my whole life.
No, you seen him once. He sees you.
No, yeah, right.
He sees you once every 5 minutes.
Yes. I've been in your home. I've been in your job. I know what shampoo you like. I know your clothing size. I know your favorite movie. I know everything about you inside and out because I am always there.
Let's make this a little weirder. I've even practiced the way that I'm going to please you, even though I've never pleased anyone else before.
Ooh, spoiler alert. Let's talk about that revelation.
When I tell you that surprised me, because just like Saint was like, I ran through him. You know what I mean? And Luciano, and the girls love a quiet type. You know what I mean? They love a quiet type. And Luciano said, "No, I got my girl. Don't don't worry about me. I'm gonna get it as soon as I need to." And
For
I
me,
said, Lucia,
for me, the comedic relief is when he This is why Saint and Luciano aren't business associates, they're friends, because Luciano says, "Hey, I have something I want to tell you. It's a secret." And he tells him, and Saint's like, "Oh, I know."
Knowing that that's in the neighborhood. She doesn't want to know that her neighbor
I don't wanna know
is a
because
killer.
now you're bringing this riffraff. Now these people banging on your doors all times of the night. What's going on?
I second
What's
that.
going on at 1 AM?
I
I
second.
don't I
I
don't
hear
want that.
noises and I don't look outside of my window. I go to bed. Yeah.
You have to. You almost have to get under the bed because I'm not sure the escalation. I'm not sure of this type of cadence. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely the dynamic between Ava and Luciana was different because once she accepted her fate, she was like, bet, put me on. I want to be the female version of you. To which he's like, okay, let's
But
do this.
also, let's backtrack just a couple of steps. Her cousins know this man. She don't know this man. When she called to say, when she get to the wedding and she see them, she never said, "Hello, why y'all not upset about this? Why y'all not all up in arms about this? Like, where's the cavalry to save me?"
Well, her girl cousin was up in arms about it.
Yeah. But her
Amanda,
boy
no.
cousin was like, I thought that was your man.
She
I
was
been thought that was
drinking.
your man.
She wasn't on her square. I feel like Dewanda
Well,
should
and
have
she was also
she should have
busy
been
with
more.
Brooker.
Well, she was busy. I mean,
He was like,
Yeah, she was
I know
busy.
you have a lot
I
going
can't wait
on,
till their
but
book come out. They was good.
I'm excited.
And let me tell you something. She thought it was gonna be a hit and quit. You thought that this crazy man was gonna let you go? Oh, please.
and I think that's what I love the most about their stories. They each, and I'm just having to assume about Brooker's story, but they had like the same underlining possessive quality in a different way. Like I said, Saint was like, just went and took her and was like, you're mine now. Luciano was like, hey, time to collect the debt. We're getting married tomorrow. Hop in the car. Let's go. I wonder how Brooker's going to do it.
Can't believe I'm justifying this. But the way I read Saint was that he just happened to be in the right place at the right time. He was going to collect the debt for his dad, and when he got
True.
there to off them
She was
people
there.
who
So
stole,
she pulled up
I
on him.
was
Yeah.
like, Yahtzee, baby. Like, it wasn't premeditated. Like, I got here and I hit the
Which is
jackpot.
why he felt the need to subdue her before he took her.
Which, I mean,
He's like, hey, let me tell you something real quick.
which is crazy, but that's what makes me think that's a medium grab and go. Luciano's was, it wasn't medium. It wasn't soft. It was an extra hard because he plotted, he waited, he took. He- eh,
Deal. She was a bargain that had been negotiated by her mother.
his
She's
dad.
Remember,
trifling for her mother too.
His dad feels guilty
very,
about what he went through. His dad said,
very.
"You can have whatever you want." And he said, "I want her." Luciano didn't go get her himself. Y'all remember that? Like, there was people that had, I don't know, that was a horror.
But yet and still, we're waiting
Would I
on
read it
Brooker's book.
again?
And y'all are going
Yes,
to be reading that
but it
with
was
me too.
horrifying.
It was not horrifying. It was perfectly delicious. So, yes. So, those are kind of books that if I'm going to read romance, this is what I want to read. I want it to be very much to the point where you're going to be a little uncomfortable, but you're not going to also understand why you're enjoying reading this. You're not, but you're going to read it. And so, you're welcome. For that, you can thank me whenever you're ready.
Enjoyed the fact that Luciano stood by his word and taught her to be just like him. And then when stuff started happening, he never even thought, I made a monster. Why not check on this monster? He said, what's going on?
I will say I did see this one coming. From the minute she was just like, "Show me the videos."
No, for sure. I
Waiting.
did see
I'm
it
like,
coming.
you
But
didn't.
also Luciano, but he don't have a lot of human interaction for real, for real. So I guess I can give him a pass, but
She said that
So, how did y'all feel about the slow burn of this? Because I know that that's not your favorite at all, Lee. And it's not my favorite either.
this
But I
is
feel like
also not a contemporary romance slow burn. It's
yeah,
so you had so many other things going on that even though they're married, and they still have yet to consummate a marriage. You have 12,000 other things you're like to focus
Yeah.
on.
I had
But then, like, as
anxiety.
they grow closer together, you're like, okay.
I had anxiety. I had anxiety though. Like it was fine until she was like, "All right, I've fought you all this time. Put it on me," and he ran. And at that point, I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh, that was wonderful.
Like
The way
you
he got up out of that room,
and ran. I don't know. I have anxiety, and
especially after all that trash talking he was doing. That's the part.
Yes. He talked a big game.
so how
But one of my favorite parts of the book is when he said, I don't have to experience it to know that I'm gonna give it to you. Like I don't need to, because she was like, you talked all that mess. What was all this time about? He was like, trust me, I know that when it happens, you're
Yeah,
gonna be
and
climbing
who
the
is he
wall.
looking like? A little kid sitting on the end of the bed, kicking his feet because I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
That to me was one of my favorite parts. I was just like, oh,
Yeah, that kind
he
of brought the human back to him. He was no longer just a machine. He was
I
like, I
agree.
really like you are my girl, and I really want to be here and do this right for you. But also, I never did this before.
I don't know.
So I will say I enjoyed the sex appeal of the Saint story more. I felt like it was more of like steamy.
Mhm.
Even when Luciano and Ava got steamy, it was weird to me. It was in
No, that now, okay. I didn't think it was gonna be your traditional, like, oh, roses, but I didn't think it was gonna be that because also who wants to do it like that for their first time?
but also it wasn't even the fact that they were in there. It was the fact that then Chantel decided to start describing things like
You
S.A.
about to make
Cosby.
me log out. Don't raise your hand for that.
Scene did it for
She
me.
turned into S.A. Cosby of that chapter. I'm like, oh, so you're gonna describe the looks on these people's faces that are on the wall.
I kinda
It
skimmed
did.
over that part. I had to just get out of there.
I think I read it 3 times.
And that is hot takes with, girl, what are you saying?
It did it for me. I am not even gonna sit here. I loved it. See, I read that multiple times, and I think it was because, again, once we figure out that he's inexperienced, and then she was patient and was like, you know what, we're gonna take this as slow as we need to. You let me know what you're comfortable with. And so, yes, even though the moment may not be your traditional love scene, I love that the fact that when it got to the point where he was like, it's now. And we're not gonna wait and make this like some rose petals on the bed thing. You snatch him up with a cut up, and this is where it's happening. I
Okay.
loved it.
So fine, they're
I
in the
loved it.
room.
I loved
Fine.
it.
Did one of the heads have to roll to the floor?
And
Their
right by their
feet.
feet. Right by their
Did it
feet.
have to do that?
Didn't have to, but it did. It's
Okay.
okay.
You can count me
Overall,
out.
I did like Luciano.
I
I
loved
definitely
him.
because he was like not only was he like disconnected from like humanity, but it was like he wanted to be so connected. He kept reading. He knew all the facts about all the things. Like I've read that your emotions could do and this and this and that and that, but it's like you don't have no one to really practice that because your whole world is cold-hearted killers.
Chaos.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And
So
there's something sweet that he doesn't talk to people, but he's saving all his words for her.
his daddy was
Yes.
pissed.
He
I
said, you
heard
ain't
you
said nothing.
said
He's like, you
3
ain't said
words in the
7
past 15
words.
years, and here she come, and you got a whole dissertation.
No, and then he said, and you got an attitude. He was like, you ain't said nothing your whole life. Now you got sarcasm and attitude. And the love of a good woman would do it. But I will say this. I think what also was a big draw for me for Luciano was he made her a promise. And when he felt like he didn't fulfill it, he doubled down. He was like, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to blink. Like, no one's ever going to hurt you ever again. And that part, I was like, oh, he's not playing. Because he was like, I said, no one will ever hurt you. And I dropped the ball. So if I have to sit here and never sleep again and just sit here across from and watch you every moment of every day, because that's how serious I am about you,
And
that's
take
what I'm
out
going to do.
every family lineage. It might just be
You bumped
me, you,
into her in
Saint,
the
and Arya
hallway.
left on this earth. Everybody else got to go.
He didn't care about any smoke that he got into. Dad was like,
Nope.
you're going to start a war. Okay, wars happen every day.
I gave him explicit directions not to touch her. We talked about this already.
Yeah, we had the conversation. We had our team meeting. He was aware.
And
But
bye.
I will say that, granted, Stockholm Syndrome in books is a serious thing. I'm not saying it's not, but I did appreciate the way Ava fell in love with her captor because she was just like, my whole life I've been looking over my shoulder and I've been on the run and I feel the safest. Like, I
Yes.
feel the safest here with him. Like, I could sleep. I have the best sleep ever. Like, I feel like I could go out with my friends. Even she knew what he was going to do. He knew I'm gonna go out with my friends and he gonna bug the car. Like, I already know because you're trying to keep me safe. Like, we here.
Yeah, we distracted you when we went out
And
to
that's why
the
I feel there's a
spa.
difference between a kidnapping where I'm held against my will and I'm fearful for my life the entire time. And then there's the I'm being held against my wishes. But to your point, I know that you're never going to hurt me. I know that I'm not in any trouble, that literally it will be scorched earth if anyone messes. So that's why I was like, I don't want to call it a hard kidnapping because it was never about harming her. It was like, you're just mine. And I don't have the social skills to ask you out on a date. So we're
How
getting
can
married
we go on
tomorrow.
a date and we getting married
And
tomorrow?
we're just gonna get
Kelly,
married.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If
When was the
tomorrow
last time you saw your therapist? That's what we need to know.
no, I've that's a good question, but I have a different one. Tomorrow when you wake up
Yes.
and you go to the store and you get one of the salads that you and I always have. Let's say you get a Southwest, this isn't sponsored, but it should be. Let's say you get a Southwest Chipotle salad from Panera. You're just minding your business, waiting in line for your salad, and a man sees you, not your husband, just a random man sees you and he says, I don't play about this one here. Wrap it up. It's time to go. You're coming with me. You're coming with me. He does not grab you in a hard way. He kidnaps you in a soft way, takes you to a big old house, locks you up, and says, hey, don't try to go anywhere because we're going to get married tomorrow. How do you feel? Are you turned on right now? I'm
Yeah, she
confused.
is, and that's her problem.
It's my problem. Like, obviously, because I love my family, I don't want to leave my family. But to me, that's romantic. Just like,
Okay.
save your
So if
flowers.
he allows you to grab your children, you're in.
100%.
Okay.
I'm gonna
There's
be
nothing
like,
like being kidnapped in a house that's fully stocked with all the groceries. That's listen.
Yeah,
If I gotta be here, at least keep me well kept.
you know me and Beauty and the Beast. Is the house stocked with books?
Don't keep me in no trap house. I don't want that.
because mind you, he had everything there that he knew she needed. She was like, how did you know about my shampoo? He was like, I
Girl,
know
I
everything
bathed you.
about you.
You thought you was too tired to bathe, but I bathed you.
Like, what do you mean? I don't know what you don't understand about my love. I don't know what else. I don't know how else to tell you. So yeah, and like I said, I do get it. It's not for everyone. Some people are gonna read this and be like, it ain't for me, but it does do it for me, and I cannot wait for book 3 to come out. And
So
yeah,
there
as
is
much
for
as
sure a book 3, or are we
I
just
think when I
we're
asked, I
prompting her
said,
to write it? Girl, get
yeah,
on it.
either way, I'm gonna live in my world and say it's coming. But I want to say when I asked in one of
Listen,
the
because
comments, I
we'll
said,
write a book for you in a second. We'll tell you how it should go and everything.
I think this is what's gonna happen. I believe she did say that their story is coming.
Okay.
Now, she didn't say it was like what she was currently writing, but she did say that Brooker and I think Dwana is the cousin's name, that their story is coming. And I think theirs is gonna be even crazier because his character in the book is the muscle that everyone that
Booker
moves in the
is
shadows.
Arya's cousin? Aren't they related or something?
Yes, they are. I don't know if there's relation, but they know each other. Like it's not like if it's not their families, it's the crime family piece. But yeah, she was like, I know him. What you mean? That's the homie. So yeah, that's how they're connected. But he's the shadow that moves in the dark.
Yes.
So that's why I feel like I
Now,
think their story's gonna
when
be
we met
good.
him, I said, I can't wait to see about you. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
I'm very excited.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. Just the way they described his hands tying the rope, I was in. Count me in, girl. Send me the book.
Give me the arc. I don't want to wait till it publishes. Give it to me. Give me
Give
the
me
PDFs.
the second draft. You
Yeah.
read over it one
Well,
time.
maybe
Let me read
it'll
over it.
be on her Patreon, so maybe we need to just go ahead and get locked in.
Get on in on the basement floor. But yep. So it was good stuff. So until the next installment of No Saviors Here.
I guess I'm a believer. I liked him.
And I think what it is y'all don't want to admit that you don't want to admit that this did it for you in any way. And I'll give you that. That's fair. Nobody wants to say, I loved this.
True.
Creep
There was just
story.
there was a line and she crossed it. Just at that
No.
one scene. Just that one scene she crossed it. But
I would argue to say that when Shantel picks up a pen, the line doesn't exist.
the limit doesn't exist.
Sure.
She's like,
Because
where am I gonna
between
take
Arya
this?
and Saint's daddy, I thought that was so wild. Because when he was like, "What are you talking about, son?" Like, I was there when you were born. I was like, "Oh no, wait, oh this is, oh no, 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 no." I mean, do you still need to go? Yes, but also not under
Look,
these.
the dad was so confused. He was like, I would know.
Girl, that was my wife.
I would know.
You look just like me. Are you blind? I don't know.
Imagine being like, that was a straight okie doke. Like,
Yeah, so Chantel knows how to cross a line. She just does whatever she wants to do. And I appreciate that she is not of the cookies that I've ever partaken in. I've never had cookies quite like this. Do I
and
need
then it's the
more
fact
cookies
that
like
even
this?
with
Not
that whole
really, but
scenario,
I've enjoyed the experience of these cookies.
and even with that whole scenario, it's the fact that they talk about it so casually. It's like, yeah, I think you should just go get Ava, but just make sure she doesn't convince you to kill your dad or anything crazy. It's like, what? Huh? What? Yeah, I would never
And
do
Ava
that.
said, "I'm gonna do you one better. I won't convince you, but I'll take care of it." And the fact that Luciano respected it.
Lee.
I think I'm great. I think I'm
These were men in love. You can't tell somebody how to love you.
What?
simply
Yes, you
me.
can.
You can't tell these men how to love you.
No, not those.
Not these two. They come from a different cloth. They would just take it as a suggestion and say, no, thank you.
No,
No,
thank you. I don't want to do like that.
no. I want to just keep you for myself. Yep.
Well, I know that this will not be our last time because
It will
as
not.
drunk as I'm talking, I'm patiently awaiting for the next.
And you guys haven't met DeMarco yet, who was my favorite character.
That was Hot Takes with
Kelly.
See?
Emily. See you next time.